You think school lunches in the 1970s were all soggy veggies and mystery meat? Nah. Back then, cafeterias were low-key culinary war zones, and some of that food slapped way harder than it had any right to. These are 10 school cafeteria foods from the 1970s they'll never serve again. And we're starting with the one that still lives rent-free in everyone's head. Number 1. Rectangular school pizza. If you went to school in the 70s or 80s, this pizza needs no introduction. Rectangular school pizza wasn't just lunch, it was an event. Fridays revolved around it. The lunchroom would smell like warm tomato sauce and melted cheese before you even sat down. The crust was thick and soft, almost like bread, with a slightly crispy bottom that soaked up just enough grease to leave that famous orange stain on the tray liner. The sauce was sweet, tangy, and spread right to the edges with zero effort to be fancy. And the cheese, oh man, that was government commodity cheese, melted into stretchy, bubbly perfection. One square never felt like enough, but that first bite made the whole week worth it. It wasn't pizza you ordered, it was pizza you survived school for. Number 2. Salmon Croquettes. Salmon croquettes hit the cafeteria menu when money was tight and creativity had to step up. These came from big cans of salmon, mashed with crushed saltine crackers, eggs, and chopped onions until the mix barely held together. Cafeteria ladies shaped them into chunky patties, rolled them in crumbs, and fried them until the outside turned crispy and golden. Inside, they stayed soft, flaky, and surprisingly rich. They were usually served with tartar sauce and some kind of creamy side, like peas or mac salad. The smell traveled down the hallway before lunch even started. Kids either loved them or absolutely refused to touch them. There was no middle ground. But if you were on Team Croquette, that crunchy first bite felt like a win. It wasn't fancy seafood, but it was filling, warm, and made to keep kids going all afternoon. Number 3. Swedish Meatballs. Swedish meatballs were the day cafeteria food tried to get a little fancy. These weren't your backyard BBQ meatballs. They were smaller, softer, and swimming in that creamy brown gravy kids didn't even know how to pronounce but still crushed anyway. Made from ground beef, sometimes mixed with pork, plus breadcrumbs soaked in milk, they came out crazy tender. The gravy was the real MVP. Rich, salty, and poured heavily like the lunch ladies meant business. They were usually served over egg noodles or mashed potatoes, and everything on the tray ended up covered in sauce. Teachers loved this one just as much as the kids, which is how you knew it was legit. Swedish meatballs felt grown-up, comforting, and just exotic enough to make lunch feel special, even if nobody knew where Sweden actually was. Number 4. Fruit cocktail cake. Fruit cocktail cake was the cafeteria dessert that had no business being as good as it was. This thing started with a basic yellow cake batter, then cafeteria bakers dumped in canned fruit cocktail, juice and all. Peaches, pears, cherries, and grapes baked right into the cake, turning parts of it soft, sticky, and almost jammy. The bottom caramelized slightly, while the top stayed fluffy and sweet. Some schools added a brown sugar or coconut topping that got crunchy in the oven, making every bite hit different. It didn't look flashy, but kids knew what time it was when fruit cocktail cake showed up. People traded snacks, milk cartons, even favors for an extra square. It was proof that even cafeteria desserts could feel homemade when someone actually cared. Number 5. Creamed peas on toast. Creamed peas on toast was straight-up old-school comfort food that somehow survived into 1970s cafeterias. Frozen peas were simmered in a thick white sauce made from butter, flour, and milk until everything turned smooth and creamy. That green gravy got ladled heavily over slices of soft white toast that soaked it up like a sponge. The edges stayed a little crispy, the middle went full-on mushy, and together it just worked. On cold days, this hit different. It was warm, filling, and weirdly calming. Some cafeterias even added sliced, hard-boiled eggs on top to make it feel fancy. Kids laughed at it, then cleaned their trays. Creamed peas on toast proved you didn't need flashy food to feel fed. Number 6. Cafeteria Goulash. Cafeteria Goulash had nothing to do with Hungary, but nobody cared because it got the job done. This was elbow macaroni mixed with ground beef, diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, and whatever seasonings the lunch lady felt like using that day. Everything was cooked together in one giant pot until the pasta soaked up all that beefy tomato goodness. It was thick, red, and usually served steaming hot in the deepest part of your tray. One scoop filled you up like 3 courses. It wasn't pretty, but it tasted familiar, like something your mom would throw together on a busy night. Kids who doubted it at first usually came back clean-trayed. Cafeteria Goulash was cheap, hearty, and built to fuel the rest of the school day. Number 7. Chicken fried steak patties. Chicken fried steak patties were cafeteria comfort food turned all the way up. These were thin beef patties, breaded heavily and fried until the outside got golden, crunchy, and loud when you cut into it. The real magic was the white pepper gravy, thick, creamy, and poured with zero restraint. It covered the patty, the mashed potatoes, and honestly, anything else it touched. One bite gave you crispy coating, tender meat, and pure Southern-style comfort. Even kids who claimed they hated beef suddenly changed their tune on chicken fried steak day. The patties were simple, but when they were hot and drowning in gravy, they felt like restaurant food on a plastic tray. This was the kind of lunch that made everyone sleepy in 5th period, and nobody complained. Number 8. Corn dog nuggets. Corn dog nuggets were like mini party bombs on your cafeteria tray. Bite-sized hot dog pieces got dunked in sweet cornmeal batter and fried until golden, crispy, and irresistible. The outside had that perfect crunch while the hot dog inside stayed juicy and salty. Total flavor jackpot. They came with little packets of mustard and ketchup, which made trading with your table mates way more strategic. Kids could grab one without making a mess, unlike full-sized corn dogs that dripped batter everywhere. They disappeared faster than Friday pizza, and no one ever got just one. Corn dog nuggets were proof that cafeterias could take a classic snack and turn it into a tiny, perfect, totally addictive treat. Number 9. Scalloped potatoes with ham. Scalloped potatoes with ham were the ultimate cafeteria casserole, designed to stretch protein and feed a crowd. Thin potato slices layered with cubed ham and onions got smothered in a creamy white sauce made from butter, flour, and milk, then baked until the top turned golden and bubbly. The edges crisped up just right, soaking in ham flavor, while the center stayed soft and dreamy. Every spoonful delivered that perfect mix of salty, creamy, and tender, making even picky eaters happy. It was simple, hearty, and warm. Comfort food that filled bellies and left trays spotless. Scalloped potatoes with ham showed that cafeteria cooks could turn basic ingredients into a nostalgic masterpiece. Number 10. Tater Tot Casserole. Tater Tot Casserole was the ultimate mashup of convenience and comfort that defined 70s school lunches. Ground beef was browned with onions, then smothered in creamy mushroom soup straight from the can. On top, frozen tater tots were lined up like little golden soldiers, baking to crispy perfection while the beef mixture bubbled underneath. Every bite delivered a mix of crunchy tots, savory meat, and creamy sauce that somehow made frozen food feel fancy. Kids loved digging in with a fork, the tots soaking up just enough gooey goodness without getting soggy. Tater Tot Casserole wasn't just lunch. It was a warm, cheesy hug that made the cafeteria feel like home. And there you have it. 10 wild, nostalgic, and downright unforgettable school cafeteria foods from the 1970s that you'll never see served again. From crispy tots to creamy casseroles, these lunches weren't just meals. They were memories.